This is Art Market Minute from ArtNet Pro. I'm Margaret Kerrigan. This week, we're diving into one of the most polarizing and transformative forces in the art industry, artificial intelligence. From blockbuster tools like OpenAI's Sora to major legal developments in the UK and EU, the last year has been pivotal for AI. Now we're seeing heated debates over copyright and authorship, as well as high-profile AI art sales at major auction houses. But behind all the hype are serious questions about market readiness and ethics. Joining me to unpack it all is Joe Lawson-Tancred. In addition to working as a staff reporter for ArtNet News, Joe wrote AI and the Art Market, a recent book in Lund Humphrey's Hot Topics in the Art World series. Welcome, Joe.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
So within the last year or so, more AI artworks have hit the mainstream, per se, appearing in major exhibitions and sales. That includes the Digital Art Mile, which is timed to Art Basel, which just saw its second edition close in June, as well as the high-profile and polarizing dedicated auction of AI art at Christie's earlier this year. It's clear that the market for AI works is expanding, but why is this causing some controversy?
That Christie's sale was an interesting case study. Thousands of artists signed a petition calling on Christie's to cancel the sale, which they said supported the exploitation of human artists by big tech companies who make AI image generators like OpenAI's DALL-E. In fact, many artists working with AI create their own models or use general-purpose models in order to critique them. The anti-AI campaign was led by commercial artists like illustrators who reasonably fear AI might steal their livelihoods. Fine artists who experiment with AI, including established names like David Sally and Laurie Simmons, are not threatened in the same way because their work's value lies in its uniqueness and authenticity, rendering AI replicas pointless. You're right that there is growing demand for AI works. The Christie's sale surpassed expectations, making over $700,000 in total, with works by Refi Canador and Holly Herndon and Matt Dryhurst among the top lots. But unlike the NFT frenzy, this market is growing more cautiously, which may be a good thing for long-term credibility and collector trust.
The legal landscape is changing rapidly too. What were some of the biggest cases and policy shifts that we've seen recently?
Intellectual property law was not written with AI in mind, but while lawmakers are scrambling to catch up, those who wish to protect their work from AI developers have had no option but to seek legal recourse. Midjourney is one AI company that has been hit with multiple lawsuits, including a class action suit from a group of commercial artists. In June, they were backed by Hollywood studios Disney and Universal, both alleging copyright infringement. So far, in the US, AI companies have defended their unauthorized use of copyrighted material to train models as fair use. This handy legal principle is open to interpretation and decided case by case. But we have seen some major strides in developing more robust legal frameworks adapted to the unique problems created by AI. The EU's AI Act last year emphasized artists' rights, and the UK is drafting laws to prevent AI tools from mimicking an artist's unique style, what they're calling a right to personality. It's a global balancing act between protecting creative labor and supporting innovation.
Where else is AI changing the game within the art trade?
There are continued attempts to normalize the use of AI authentication tools within the art market. One of the foremost firms leading this effort is Art Recognition, which backed a watercolor attributed to Marianne van Werfken, offered at German auctions in Zurich last year. Whether or not the work is real, it sold for nearly double its high estimate. However, these tools continue to face a lot of reasonable suspicion, perhaps because there have been many occasions where their judgments have been publicly called into question. One Rubens attribution announced by Art Recognition at TAFEF in March was disputed by a leading Rubens scholar. Before trying to commercialize AI for authentication, I believe we need to see unambiguous, peer-reviewed evidence that it works properly and consistently. To be credible, this needs to be led by the not-for-profit sphere of academia. Therefore, I am personally watching a recently announced project, Digital Delacroix, which aims to train AI to recognize Delacroix's hand and identify his contributions to his murals in the National Assembly in Paris. It will be interesting to see how well it works.
Super fascinating. That's definitely something to keep a close eye on. Thanks so much, Joe.
Thank you.
That's it for this week. You can get more details on these stories on news.artnet.com. Make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts to stay up to date on the latest news in the art market. Please also take a minute to rate and review us to help others discover what we're doing. Art Market Minute is produced by Sonia Manalili and me, Margaret Kerrigan. The podcast will be taking a summer break for the month of August, but we'll return September 8th. See you then.